Hi, today we're looking at Functional Skills Maths Entry Level 2. This is the Pearson Edexcel exam board. We've got set paper 9 and we're going to start with the non-calculator section. So question 1, this is for 1 mark. Aileen decorates a house. She calculates the cost of paint. We've got 75 minus 18. Complete the calculation. Okay, we want 75 minus 18, so we can do it as a column. 75 minus 18. And if we're going to do it this way, then we start with our units or our ones. And we say 5 take away 8. Well, we can't do that because 8's bigger than 5. So instead, we need to take one from the 7. So we reduce the 7 by 1 to make it 6. And the 1 we can put in front of the 5 to make it 15. So now we've got 15 minus 8. So let's count back from 15 8 times. So it would be 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, and then we want 6 minus 1. We'll count back 1 from 6. We get to 5. So we get an answer of 57. And we're going to write that answer down here. Now, if you're not too comfortable with using the column method for your subtractions, you can count up instead. So you can start with your 18 and say, well, how many do I need to get to the next round number, which would be 20? Well, it would be 19, 20. So that we're adding 2 on to get to 20. And then let's just look at the 10s. We want to get up to the 70s. So to get from 20 up to 70, well, if we count in 10s, it would be 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So that would be 5 10s. So we're adding 50 on. And then to get from 70 to 75, we're just increasing the 1. So we're just adding on 5. So if we look at all of these 3 bits that we've added together, well, let's do the biggest number first. We've got the 50, we've got 2, and we've got 5. Adding these up, now we've just got 5 plus 2, which is 5, 6, 7. And we've just got the 5. So we get our 57. So the same answer that we got up there. So this is an alternative way of getting the same answer, and it avoids you having to do the subtraction, although obviously it's good that you practice your subtractions as well. Okay, question 2. Aileen uses a hot air tool to take off paint. This is the temperature of the hot air. So we've got 55 degrees, and this means degrees Celsius. Don't worry if you're not sure what the C stands for. The temperature must be 90 degrees Celsius. How much hotter must the temperature be? And this is for 2 marks. So this is similar to the previous question. We can treat it as 90 minus 55. So we're trying to find the difference between the 2 numbers. Or we can start from the 55 like we did before and count up. So if we count up again, we're going to say, well, the next 10 would be 60. And if we go from 55 to 60, well, it's 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. So we're adding 5 on. And then if we want to go from in 10s up to 90, well, from 60, it would be 70, 80, 90. So that's 3 10s, which you can think of as 30. So we've got 30 plus 5. We add our 1s. 5 and plus 0 is just 5. 3 plus nothing is just 3. So we get 35 there, which we can write down on our answer line. It's a similar question to the previous one, but you get 2 marks here because they haven't actually told you what to do to start off with. You have to work out what you're going to do. The fact that what we're really trying to do is to find the difference between these 2 numbers. Question 3. Aileen buys 7 rolls of wallpaper and they're £12 each. How much does Aileen pay in total for the wallpaper? So we want 7 lots of £12. Or you can think of it as 12 plus another 12, so that's 2, and another 12 is 3, another 12 is 4, another 12 is 5, another 12 is 6, and another 12 is 7. Okay, and you can add 1 at a time as you go up, or you can add all of your 2s and add all of your 1s. If we were just going to do it 1 at a time, we'd say, well, 12 plus another 12. We'll start with 12 and then we go 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So it'd be 24 up to this point. Then we'd add another 12, so we'd count another 12, but we'd start at 24. So we'd say 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. And we could keep on doing that till we got to the total. Now I'll show you how we can do it as a column. This is really useful if you're good with your 2 times table, because we can say 2 plus 2 is 4, plus another 2 is 5, 6, another 2 is 7, 8, another 2 is 9, 10, another 2, 11, 12, and then 13, 14. So we would just write the 1s down here, and the 10 we're going to carry across, because these are all 10s here as well. So we have 10, 20, 30, or we can just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we get 84. If you just carried on counting in your 12s, you'd see that you got to the same answer as well. And because it's money, we've got our pound sign, and we need to write the answer down here as well. Question 4. Aileen buys 72 tiles. Tiles are sold in packs. Each pack has 9 tiles. We can see that over here as well. How many packs of tiles does Aileen buy? So what we're doing here really is we're saying how many times does 9 go into 72, which is the same as 72 divided by 9. Now, with this one, what we want to do is we can just count in 9s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 1. And then carry on from 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 2. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. That's 3. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. That's 4. And we're going to keep going until we get to 72. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. That's 5. 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. That's another one. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. So we're counting 9 each time. 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72. We've got up to the 72 that we wanted. And that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 8 packs. So we're saying 72 divided by 9 is 8. And we put that on the answer line again. And that's the end of the non-calculator section. So now we can move on to the calculator section. Aileen decorates houses. Let's move this up so we can get the question in there as well. A customer asks Aileen to paint a wall. These are the dates when Aileen can paint the wall. So we've got the 12th of the 9th, 23, the 9th of the 10th, 23, the 9th of the 12th, 23, and 17th of the 9th, 23. Which is the earliest date when Aileen can paint the wall? Okay, so they're all in the same year. They're all 2023. So the next thing we're going to look at is the month. And that's the second number. So we've got 09, 10, 12, and 09, or just 9. Well, 10 and 12 come after 9. So it's not going to be that one, and it's not going to be that one. Because the earliest means the one furthest in the past. So if the months are the same and the years are the same, we look at the date, the day bit. Okay, this is the 12th, this is the 17th. Well, 12 comes before 17, so that's going to be the earliest one. And that's all thereafter. Which of these dates comes first? Question 2. A customer lives at 47 New Road. The diagram shows houses in New Road. The house numbers follow a pattern. Which is the house of the customer? Tick the correct house on the diagram. So what we want to do is we want to see if there's some sort of pattern here. So we're starting at 55 and going to 53. So if we count down, 55 would be 54, 53. So this is going down by 2. And then 53, we go 52, 51. So that's going down by 2. So if we keep counting down by 2, from 51 it would be 50, 49. And then go down by 2 again, 48, 47. Well, actually this would be 47, but they've asked us to tick the correct house, so we're going to put a tick there instead. And if we wanted to keep going down, we'd count down 2 again, 46, 45, 44, 43. So this agrees with this one here. Question 3. Aileen needs a brush to paint a wall. She chooses the widest wall brush. Which brush does she choose? Right, so we've actually got 6 brushes on here. Right, so we've got the measurements, but it also tells us the type of brush. Some are wall brushes and some are wood brushes. Now we wanted a wall brush, so we don't want these wood ones. We can cross off the wood ones, forget about those. And we want the widest, so we're looking at these 3 numbers and we want the biggest number. Well, let's just do 2 at a time. 38 and 75. Well, 75 is bigger than 38, so get rid of that one. 75 and 64. Well, 75 is bigger than 64, so that's going to be our answer. Question 4. Aileen needs a pole for a paint roller. Which pole is the longest? So we want the biggest number this time. We've got 6 to choose from again. They're all in meters, but some of them have got decimal points and some haven't. These ones haven't. Okay, now what we can do to make them look the same, the decimal point, basically 2 meters, we can think of that as being the same as 2.0 meters. And 3 meters would be the same as 3.0 meters. Okay, that way now they've all got 2 digits. 24, 09, 06, 20, 27, 30. If we want the longest one, we're going to look at the first digit and want that to be the biggest. So 2 is bigger than 0, so not that one. Bigger than 0. 2 and 2 are the same. This one's 2, but this one starts with a 3. It's the only one that starts with a 3. So that must be the longest pole. Question 5. Aileen buys a ladder. We've got ladders A, B, C, D, E and F. We've got the height for each one. So this one, ladder A is 4 meters, ladder B is 3 meters, ladder C is 2 meters, ladder D is 3 meters, ladder E is 5 meters, and ladder F is 6 meters. And it also tells us if they're in stock, so if they've got them ready to buy. Aileen buys a ladder with a height of more than 3 meters. She buys a ladder that is in stock. Which ladder does Aileen buy? So more than 3 meters. Well, 4 is more than 3, so it could be that one. 3 is not more than 3. 3 is 3, so that's not good enough. It needs to be more than 3. 2 is less than 3, so that's no good. Again, 3 is not more than 3, so that one's no good for us. 5 is more than 3, and 6 is more than 3. So it could be A, E, or F. But it needs to be in stock. A is not in stock, so that's no good. E is in stock, so it could be that one. F is not in stock. So the only one that's left, this one here, which is ladder E. And they just show your answer here, so nice and clearly we put RE. Question 6. Aileen buys paint and tools. We've got paint is £26, tools are £68. How much does Aileen pay in total? Use the correct symbol for money. So for the total, we want to add these two together. So we want 26. In fact, I'm going to make sure I put it where it says show you're working on your answer here. So we're going to do 26 plus 68. Now we can use our calculator for this one. So 26 plus 68 equals 94. Now remember, they said use the correct symbol for money. So we want the pound sign. So I can write this again. Make it clear this is my answer, nice and big, £94. Question 7a. Round 68 to the nearest 10. So if it's 68, it's going to be more than 60, but the next 10 up would be 70, so it's going to be less than 70. Halfway would be 65. So where's 68 going to be? Is it going to be in the first half or the second half? Well, it's more than 65, because you'd go 66, 67, 68. So it's going to be in here somewhere. So if it's in the second half, we're going to round it up to 70. So again, just make it nice and clear. Our answer is 70. And finally, part B. Use the rounded number to check your answer. So if you remember before, we did 26 plus 68. But they want us to use the rounded number. So instead, we're going to be using 26 plus 70. The 70 takes the place of the 68. We can use our calculator again. Equals 96. Now it's not going to be the same as the answer before. Because it's a check, it just needs to be close to it. So that's absolutely fine. Okay, question 8. Aileen uses her ladder to paint a house. Where is the ladder? Okay, and we've got some options here. I want us to tick the correct one. So here's the ladder. That's the ladder there. So is it inside the house? No, inside would be in here, so it's not inside the house. Is it outside the house? Yes, it's not in the house, so that seems good. Let's check the others. Between the garage and the house. No, here's the house, here's the garage. So between would be in there. It's not between. On top of the house? On top would be up here. It's not on top. So it must be what we thought. Outside the house. And it tells us to tick. So that's what we've done. Question 9. Aileen has a pack of 40 sheets of sandpaper. She uses 10 sheets from the pack. Aileen says she has used 1/10 of the sheets from the pack. Is Aileen correct? Show why you think this. Okay, well, let's see how many sheets 1/10 would be. If it's 1/10, that means dividing the 40 by 10. Okay, so 10 different parts. We can use our calculator. 40 divided by 10 would be 4. But we've got 10 sheets, so we can say 4 is not equal to 10. Or you can say is not equal. You can write it in words. Basically, 4 isn't 10. So is Aileen correct? No, she's not. Now we do need to write that down here. So tick the correct answer. Well, she's not correct. So on here we can write the number 4 instead of the number 10. Question 10. Aileen mixes water and cleaning liquid. She pours water into a jug. There's a picture of our jug. Aileen adds cleaning liquid to make 100 millilitres of the mixture. How much cleaning liquid does Aileen add to the nearest division? Use the correct unit. When it says the nearest division, it's talking about these markings here. So basically what we're going to say is, what is this closest to? Is it this one or this one? Well, to me it looks like it's closest to the one up, so 60 millilitres. We need to get up to 100 millilitres. So what they're saying is, how much more do they need to get this up to here? So we're trying to find this gap. So in other words, it's the difference between 100 and 60. So we want the difference between two numbers. We take one away from the other. So let's do that down here in our workings box. So 100 minus 60. Again, we can use our calculator, which gives us 40. And remember, use the correct units. Well, the units here are millilitres, so we can just put ml. Question 11. Customers put reviews on a website. So we have 5 poor reviews, 20 satisfactory reviews, 13 good reviews, and 17 excellent reviews. Aileen needs a bar chart of the reviews. Show the number of excellent reviews on the chart. So they've already plotted them. You can see poor reviews, we've got 5. Satisfactory reviews, we've got our 20. Good, well, it doesn't tell us what number this is, but we can count up. That'd be 11, 12, 13. So that agrees with what we had here. Now we need to mark 17 excellent reviews on here. Okay, so here's excellent. So we're going to have a bar. We make it roughly the same width as these ones here. And it's got to go up to 17. So 15 would be here. 16, 17. So we're going to want the bar to go up to there. So I'm going to get my ruler to make this nice and tidy. Go up one side. Up the other side, and we'll do the top bit. And that's all we need. If you want to sort of colour it in a little bit, you can do. But you really don't need to. Especially if you think you might make it messy, you can just leave it uncoloured. Question 12. Aileen puts tiles on a wall. Here's our diagram of a wall. We've got a window here, and we can see the tiles going around the window. We've got our key here that this is one tile, which is what you could probably guess. Aileen says there are 46 tiles on the wall. Is Aileen correct? Show why you think this. Okay, so a couple of ways of doing this. One is we can do some multiplying. We can split this into rectangles. Say we've got one big rectangle here, another one here, and then work them all out. Or, probably more straightforward, is just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I'm writing all the numbers out so I don't forget them. If your writing's not quite as quick as mine, you can always just tick them off, but count in your head. So you could have 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. We can stop there because we can see, well, it's not the same because we've got some left over, but I'm going to count all of them. 47, 48, 49, 50, and 51. So, is Aileen correct? Well, she's clearly not correct, no. And the correct answer, there's 51 tiles. Aileen needs floor tiles in the shape of a hexagon. Which shape is a hexagon? And we've got 6 to choose from. All right, first thing, we need to know what a hexagon is. Well, a hexagon means it's got 6 sides. I always think of the X. X in hex, X in 6. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's got 6 sides, so it could be that one. Let's check the others. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that one doesn't look good. Only 4 sides. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, forget that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not enough. And if you know, I'm crossing off the side so I don't forget that I've counted them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's no good. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's no good either. So it was that first one we came to, had 6 sides. There we go. Question 14. Aileen works out where to cut a tile. We've got 10 something 2 equals 5. What is the missing symbol? Well, they give us the options. It's either plus, minus, times, or divide. Now, we can use our calculator for this. So let's just try with all of them. If it was plus, we'd have 10. Oh, not 40, 10. So if we were using this one, we would do 10 plus 2. Let's see what this gives us. 10 plus 2 gives us 12. Well, that's not 5, so that's no good. Try the minus. So if we did the minus, it'd be 10 minus 2. That gives us 8. Well, that's not equal to 5, so it's not that one either. Try times. What about 10 times 2. That's 20. That's not equal to 5. So it looks like it's going to be divided. So let's try 10 divided by 2. And it's 5. So that's good. Tick that there. And you can even put divide in there if you want. Question 15. Aileen wants to fix a hook to a wall. And then we've got a diagram there. Here's the wall, here's a window. The ceiling's up at the top. We've got 4 tiles marked on there. This is the wall. And down here, we've got some more information. So we've got the key. So this is a position for the hook. So it's going to be one of these, A, B, C or D. We're also told that each of these squares on here is 10 centimetres by 10 centimetres. We're told the hook must be at least 40 centimetres from the window. And the hook must also be at least 40 centimetres from the ceiling. In which position will Aileen fix the hook? Okay, 40 centimetres. Well, if each of these squares is 10 centimetres, if we do 40 divided by 10, that'll tell us how many tiles away we need to be. So 40 divided by 10 is 4 tiles. So it needs to be at least 4 tiles from the window. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be 4 tiles. So we can draw a line. So all of this is no good. So it can't be A and it can't be C. This is all out of bounds. But they also tell us it must be at least 40 centimetres from the ceiling. So that's still 4 tiles away from the ceiling. So here's the ceiling. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's got to be at least 4 tiles away from the ceiling, so we can draw a line across here. And say, well, it can't be up here either. So the only tile which is not within 4 tiles of the window or 4 tiles from the ceiling is this one here. So it must be tile D. So we tick that one down here. Don't worry, if you were doing the real exam, you wouldn't have do not use for live exams printed on it. So it would be easy to tick that box. And finally, we've got question 16. The chart shows the number of jobs Aileen did in 4 years. So we've got them split by year. 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. And if we just look at it, we can see the most number of jobs were done in this year here, which was 2019. How many more jobs did Aileen do in 2019 than in 2021? So we're only interested in 2019 and 2021. And if we want to know how many more, we need to find the difference. So we need to take one away from the other. So we need to work out how many jobs did she do in 2019. So that's this bar here. And 2021, which is this bar here. So 2019, I'm going to use my ruler to come across here. So we want to know what number this is. Well, if this is 45, this would be 46. That must be 47. Okay, so in fact, I'm going to write that on the bar. Now, for 2021, we're going to do something similar. We're going to go up to the top. draw a line across. So, well, this is 25 here. This is 1 up, so that would be 26. Then I can write it on the bar. So we want the difference between those. So we take the bigger number, which is a 47, and subtract the smaller number. And we can do this with our calculator. 47 minus 26 gives us 21. And it's just a number of jobs, so we haven't got any units to add to it. And that's the end of the paper. So I hope you found it useful. If you did, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn your notifications on so you find out when I add more videos. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.